Hi all, Mads Barnkop from Kaizer Power Electronics here. Today we're taking a look at a 400 amp ABB circuit breaker. This one. It is still not as large as the other large ASEA breaker that I did a teardown of earlier, so we can also compare it to some older technology from the same company. Let's check it out and also enjoy that nice contactor clonk. Physical size of this ABB AF265-40. Well, hand for size measure, not too heavy. Bus bars actually a bit tiny for something rated at 400 amp resistive power, but we will look at those ratings in a moment. There is some vents for the heat to get out. There is some auxiliary contactor function. Can be extended with the interlock to other contactors as well, and is meant for being mounted by screws. So not exactly a DIN rail mounted sized contact. How does this compare to the older one I have? Now this is rated for 400 amp AC1 rating. Now the other contactor I have is this one, ASEA. That is the company that later turned into ABB, or at least became part of it when it merged with Brown Bowery and became ASEA Brown Bowery. Now this is rated a bit differently, as this only has the AC3 rating. This also has an AC3 rating at 265 amp, 400 volt AC and 400 volt AC, 330 kilowatt, and here that would correspond to 132 kilowatt. So this actually pretty much is also 3 times heavier. AC1 ratings are for resistive loads or something with power factors above 0.95. And AC3 is for breaking capacity of starting up a motor with 6 times inrush current, and can also break the loaded rated current. So this is able to break 265 amps or 400 amps if it's a resistive load. That's the difference between the AC1 and AC3 ratings. A nice detail about this breaker is that it is actually manufactured in Sweden, and it's in Västerås, which is the original place for ASEA to be founded, at least has been for many years. The headquarter in Sweden. It is driven by 100 to 250 volt, both 50 to 60 hertz and DC. So we are actually free to choose this and can be used in many parts of the world without any controlled transformers. It is always interesting how much a contactor is going to jump when it's not really mounted on any back plates. So here we go. Okay, that's fairly stable, no jumping. Has a slight hum. Oh, and also a nice kick on the return. Let's maybe see it from the side, if we can get it to move a bit. Oh yeah, look at that. It's rattling all over the table now. So let's check out the contact sets and get it torn down and see what's inside. This is brand new, so I would expect no wear at all on the contact points. The lid comes off with 2 prongs in the side. We can take this off. 4 screws is mounted down here. Some are hidden under the other part of the lid. With those 4 screws loosened, we can actually lift off the entire coil assembly, which also has the switching elements sitting here. And as we can see here, these switching elements are brand new. Shiny, no wear at all. Very thick part, as we can see here, the copper part and the platinums, which is the hardened wear part of the contactor surface. Very nice looking. And at the bottom, we got some interesting parts down here. As you can see, these lamelled, or what do you call that? We can see there are some metal parts, and these are arc arresters. So if in case we have a arc when switching off a inductive load, these metal plates will take the heat out of the arc and cool it down so quickly that the arc extinguishes very fast. So these are very essential for breaking high loads, that we have these metal plates to mitigate the very hot plasma, which is around 5,000 to 6,000 degrees Celsius. And it just goes straight through and out into the connecting bus bars here, and you can see the venting holes from the arc arresters. So a pretty simple but very solid construction. Thank you for watching. You saw a quick teardown of a nice 400 amp circuit breaker and our contactor. It will be used for some interesting things in some future videos, so be sure that it will maybe see something above the rated 1000 volt, and we will test its breaking capacity a bit more than it's stated to handle. If you feel like you missed hearing the sound of the old ASEA breaker, then there is a video for that as well that I made some years back. So check it out, the link is in the description or the first comment. So until next time, see ya.